Hey guys, Play here. First and foremost, just before I get into this video, I just want to say I had this recorded and I was very happy with it. Then it got corrupted for some strange reason and I lost my recording, and that meant I just couldn't get this uploaded when I wanted to, so that's why it's going to be a little late coming through. But with that out of the way, let's get into the review. So, Cloud's Crimson Edge has debuted into Global. This is our very first Esper trial weapon, and alongside Cloud, in the new weekly draw is Yda with the Sphera and Sazh with the Altair. So I know many people are wondering, is the Crimson Edge any good? Are they going to pull for it? Is this a weapon really to go all out for? Well, hopefully my review of this banner should help you come to the conclusion and make your decision easier. So, let's get into the gear review, shall I say? Because apparently it's actually called gear. Someone told me, like, no, it's called gear in Let's Play. But, yeah. Let's start off with our gear review. So, we'll be going in from the best to the worst, rating it from bronze, silver, and gold. And we're starting off with Sazh's Altair. Sazh's Altair, on paper, looks like it's a pretty good relic because it increases the power of aim, it gives an attack up duration to 4 turns now, and then it gives a self 4 turns defense up buff when you use aim on a top enemy that has a debuff. But in practice, unfortunately, aim just isn't all that great. I mean, aim was really meant to be used against enemies with really high evasion, but there aren't that many in the game other than those annoying bats and the dailies. God, those things get on my nerves. But other than those, there's not really any enemies who do have like high evasion, and I can't think of any boss or any event in JP from now in Global to where JP is now, where Sazh's aim is actually useful, and therefore it's just a decent attack. But there are so many other characters who DPS better than Sazh, so unfortunately he falls behind in that aspect. And because aim is quite slow, because you have to use it, and if you want an HP attack afterwards, that's a whole nother turn, it's just not good enough, because you know how things are. What if you use aim, and then enemy targets you next turn? You're not really going to risk the break, are you? And that's just really annoying about it. I mean, Sazh it's pretty good against flying enemies, but there are characters who DPS way better than Sazh against flying enemies as the game progresses, and that hurts it as well. So, unfortunately, Altair just isn't that great of a weapon. If you do want to go for it though, I would advise holding off, because Sazh is a synergy character for the Tidus event, and that should be coming like next month, I believe. So I would just go for that there. The Tidus event banner, I think, is slightly better, and I say slightly. It's not a lot better, but it's slightly better than this banner. So in that regard, just hold fire, really. But yeah, sorry Sazh, your Altair just isn't very good. Anyway, moving on, we're going to be going on to the silver. Now, unfortunately, the silver of this banner goes to Cloud's Crimson Edge. And I know there are Cloud fans or FF7 fans going, what? Crimson Edge? Are you serious, Let's Play? Oh my god, I'm so gonna hate you. I'm joking. Nah, yeah, I'm sure people aren't like that. But yeah, let me go into it and let me explain why. So, Deadly Rush removes a buff from an enemy when you hit them with an ability that's a critical hit. Now, the problem with that is you're looking at Cloud's abilities, and Cross Slash is a very, very good attack. But you don't want to be spamming it just to get rid of debuffs. Buffs. But at the end of the day, your other option is Finishing Touch. Finishing Touch has one use. Are you really going to use that Finishing Touch there as well, just to get rid of one buff? I mean, the conditions aren't that hard to achieve. I mean, when an enemy is broken, all attacks do become critical hits anyway. But outside of that, when you're gonna really need that clutch moment, you're gonna have to rely on a random crit chance, and that's just not ideal for me. Although that being said, someone may correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't Sazh have an ability where he does give attack and crit up chance as well? I mean, I believe that's the case. So there's some synergy with that. And that's probably why Sazh is on the banner. And so there you go, Crimson Edge giving Sazh a use in 2018. Well done. But yeah, I mean, for me personally, my cross slash, when I use cross slash, I have two goals in mind. I want to break an enemy and deal damage, or I want to try and go for a stun. And Organix increases my chance to do both. It increases the damage of cross slash and increases my stun chance. So I'm not going to be using Crimson Edge because of that, because I'm going to lose that high percentage, and I don't want to rely on cross slash's natural percentages because it's quite low. And the Buster Sword NT version, it just means that I can DPS a lot higher with Cloud than I can with Crimson Edge. Just removing one buff is just not all that great, especially when you have Vanille. Vanille is very good at removing buffs, and Balthier, who should be coming like quite soon, is fantastic. That's his whole gimmick about removing buffs. So unfortunately, because there are characters who can do Crimson Edge a lot better, it's actually not that great of a weapon. It's a good passive to have. Like, it's like the icing on the cake for your Cloud, really. Like, I will go for this just to get the passive, really. And I can only think of one real boss where this Crimson Edge passive is actually really useful from now and into JP, because that boss had like a Sentinel Grimoire kind of buff where he reduced damage to like crazy low levels. So Cloud's Crimson Edge was actually really useful for that. But other than that, unfortunately, it's just not all that great of a weapon. And think about it, if the enemy doesn't have a buff or doesn't use buffs, what's this doing? It's doing absolutely nothing. And Organix and Buster Sword NT are just bare weapons. They're more useful in the everyday battle than Crimson Edge is. Crimson Edge is too niche, but it follows a role that can be done by other characters and a lot better as well. And for me, this being tied down to ability usage really hurts it. It really hurts it. If this was just removes a buff when you get a crit, then I would put this as being the best weapon by far. I'd say easily. But tying it down to ability usages really hurts this weapon, unfortunately. So in that case, I'm giving it the silver, and that's about it. You're only really pulling for Crimson Edge to get the passive, just for that one situation where you want your Cloud to be even better, or there's a boss with a really annoying buff. But like I said, there hasn't been any that I can really think of other than that one boss. So, fortunately, not all that great. Now, moving on, we go to the Sparahai. Now, before I go into this, guys, what is the correct pronunciation for this? Because I feel like I'm not doing this justice. I really do feel like I'm getting this wrong. Like Sparahai. Sparai? Maybe? I don't know. I mean, let me know in the comment sections what it's actually pronounced as, because I feel like this is so wrong how I pronounce it. But yeah, with that little tangent out the way, now let's talk about the goal of this banner. Now, the reason why Sparahai is gold to me, it's not because it's like an amazing relic. It's a good one. It's pretty good, but Altair isn't that great, and Crimson Edge failed to deliver. So unfortunately, Sparahai by that gets old. But let's go into Sparahai for a bit. So it increases the power of Snap Punch by quite a bit. It's a really noticeable increase as well, guys. And it gives you the take up and speed up the buff duration to extra couple turns. So it's all good in paper and in application, because like I pulled Sphera High, and it was one of my favorite relics early game. Like I used to use it a lot because it's just so good. Yda is built around spamming spam hunt really. Her passives just make her just like an ability spammer, so that's what you kind of want to be doing with Yda. And more damage from Snap Punch is always a boon, always, and that's why I like Yda. You get to do so much damage, and you get the attack and speed up duration as well. So you can potentially risk lower the risk of being broken, because you can probably act before the enemy can hit you back, and that's good. But you have to be mindful of the turn usage, though. You have to be very mindful of your turn usages, because more turns, your score will be. So that's something to worry about. But other than that, yeah, this is a really, really good weapon. But once again, this weapon will be reoccurring in the Ico event. So that banner is a lot better than this one. A lot better, because Ico's relic is pretty good. And Bart's Choker Blade is quite good as well. So for me personally, if I wanted Sphera High, I would just wait for the Ico event, which isn't too far away either. So in that case, I would just hold off. So if you're looking for Sphera High on this banner, save your gems. The Ico event banner is much better, much better. Oh, I just want to give a little nod to Crimson Edge, in that it's only reoccurred once so far in JP, and that was when Ifrit's Trial came back. So, if you don't want to, if you're the kind of collector type, or you're a Cloud fan, and you really want to get this, now's the time to get it, because if not, you probably won't be getting it anytime soon. Like, I don't think I've even seen anyone get this in an off-banner chance. Yeah, so that's one thing to know about Crimson Edge. Overall, this is a decent banner. It's not the best. The previous banners have all been a lot better, and so far, I think this is one of the weaker weekly draws. I, for one, will not be pulling on this. I might throw a few tickets, but other than that, I'm not going to be spending a full price pull on this banner. I don't think Crimson Edge is worth it, and Sphera High comes on a better banner, and Sazh Altair isn't all that great. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents on this banner, guys. I hope this review's been helpful to you. I hope it's helped you come to a conclusion of what you want to do on this banner. And yeah, I thank you guys all for watching. Once again, I am MetsPlay. Subscribe if you haven't. Show a little love to that subscribe button. I do lots of Opera Omnia content. I do love this game, and I play both Global and JP. So yeah, I will see you guys all for the next video. Until then, take care of yourselves, and goodbye.